Hey guys, how you guys all doing there? It is Tyler, on a special uh, event here for us. It's the first time ever that we are getting a Xbox event of this type. And typically we just kind of get the E3s, and maybe we get the what's like the XO or the inside Xbox stuff. It's the first time we're actually getting something like pretty big for them. So sorry, I'm just trying to get everything. Thought I had everything ready to go on my end, but I do not. There we go. But yeah, just get ready to watch this Xbox event. There's been some rumors out there about everything that's going on, um, but yeah, who knows? We have seen definitely some rumors about whether or not the some dates have been out there. So hopefully, well, maybe we'll find out if those are true or not. Hopefully, it sounds like, hey, if they're true, that's kind of good actually, because some of the stuff could be coming soon, which would be nice. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you guys are watching live or later on, I appreciate it. Please like, follow, subscribe, and tell your friends. Cause yeah, I really would appreciate it if you did that for us. Helps out. It's usually me and Gables. We record every Saturday night. Unfortunately, he's at work right now. I had the day off. I didn't take the day off for this. I just happened. Wednesdays are typically one of my days off from work. So yeah, if you guys, but yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys tell your friends, watch along, subscribe. There's down below there are some links in the description, and you can find us on like Apple, Twitter, Spotify, all that fun stuff. Obviously, if you're watching this, they're on YouTube, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, it really, 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 really helps us out. So, but yeah, now we're just waiting. It says can't go full screen. I'm gonna go full screen once this thing actually starts. And I'll try to make sure the volume is good for all this, and it's not like I'm not too loud and it's not too quiet. So, or vice versa, rather. But I'm excited to see. Maybe we see that the Ting of GameWorks. I'm a huge fan of Evil Within 1 and 2, and Ghostwire Tokyo was okay. It was a very mediocre game, but it was one of the most 7 games I've ever played in my entire life. Is that just the 2 minutes starting? Seriously? Oh boy. All right. Just gonna mute that for now. But yeah. I mean, it's 2 o'clock. Why is it just now doing the 2 minute countdown? Should start already. It's annoying when this happens. I guess I can go full screen though. Shazam. My question though is, excuse me, I'm about to have this ready to go. And yes, I'm still in my PJs. But I want to know if Xbox can put out a game better than so far the 2023 Game of the Year, Forspoken. See that shit? You see that shit? See that shit? I've yet to play it. I booted it up. But yeah, and don't I don't want to hear any shit about me wearing PJs. If you're watching this live or later on, it's totally okay. It's my day off. It is 2 in the afternoon. It is like 12 degrees outside. I live in Iowa, so I don't want to hear about it. All right, let me do my thing. But all right, yeah. But 40 more seconds. I'm excited. I mean, did we say Tango GameWorks thing? Was it high, low, or hi-fi, or I don't fucking know. I can't remember now. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, is it a non-horror thing? Like Ghostwire Tokyo was still was more actiony, open world game than it was horror, but there were still some horror elements to it, and I thought there's some cool stuff in there. But it's supposed to be, supposed to be a smaller title, and I heard something about it might be a PlayStation thing. I don't fucking know. But I mean, a couple of leakers have said that this will be there, and I don't want to spoil stuff, but like, that pretty much sounds like the date. Oh, we were almost there, but that sounds like the date for Minecraft and Elder Scrolls Online stuff and Redfall dates have all leaked. Sounds like so. But here we go. Starting soon. Well, why is there another countdown? There's been multiple countdowns. This feels unnecessary. Why are there so many countdowns to this thing? sorry, I take a drink there. Yeah. Hard to do by yourself sometimes, do this stuff and not drink. I'll respect people out there that just, you know, do these podcasts. But I see like Jeff Gerstmann out there doing like 3-hour podcasts by himself. I mean, good on you, man. I don't know how you do it. It's hard enough for me to string along 2 words, let alone, you know, 3+ hour podcasts every week plus live stream and all that shit. Man, fuck, that's hard. And you got to pay attention and talk, continue conversations. All right, here we go. Peggy 18. We're gonna start with Forza. All right. I don't want to spoil dates for people. Tango! There we go. Are these just going to show all the studios? Or are these just the studios that are going to be here today? That's what I want to know. City Max, okay. So look, we might be seeing these studios. We might be seeing that Tango. There's Arcane, all right. I wonder if they announced the date for, the fuck's it called? Oh, the Bethesda event. Man, I'm struggling there. Five big games. Here we go, baby. Okay. There it is. Tango Gameworks. Let's go, baby.
Hello, I'm Dennis Reese, executive producer of Minecraft Legends. And today, we'd like to give you an insider's look at how we're building the PvP multiplayer experience for the game. Minecraft Legends is a new action strategy game set in a lush, dynamic world. It introduces epic storytelling, and you can form alliances with new and familiar Minecraft mobs to stop the invading piglins.
Minecraft Legends will let you play the story-driven campaign as an online co-op experience together with your friends.
There we go. I don't know why it was in Arabic.
A PvP gameplay mode where 2 teams with up to 4 players each works to destroy the opponent's team's base. The game will support cross-platform play and online matchmaking.
In order to create the best possible experience, we've partnered with Blackbird Interactive to develop the game. And it's been wonderful to see their commitment and focus on the Minecraft universe.
It's so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Here at Blackbird Interactive, we have a talented team of developers who are using our background in strategy games to bring a new and exciting experience to the Minecraft universe.
We're super excited to share more details about PvP gameplay.
I've never played a single second of Minecraft. Maybe this does it. I don't know.
There are some really cool features that make PvP unique.
First off, players share their army and resources with their team. This means that individual players aren't able to win on their own. They must cooperate to be successful.
Communication is really important, and you can sort of really tell the teams that gel together because they naturally form roles at the beginning of the game, and as soon as we start, you're off collecting, I start building. We have our favorite roles, but we change them up.
Also, the world in PvP is procedurally generated, just like it is in campaign. This means that each PvP session is different than the last.
That it's different every time you play, depending on how the map is generated, where the valleys are, the mountains are, where the secrets are, you know, where the towers are.
In Minecraft Legends, the piglins are an ever-present threat, and this includes PvP.
The piglins are on their own side. They're trying to kill both of you at the same time.
Is that the actual names of
So
them, or is this like a
not the only thing you need to worry
Minecraft
about.
Legends thing?
Beware of the piglins.
In PvP, there's something for everyone. For players who like action, they can go attack the piglins or lay siege to the enemy base. For players who enjoy exploration, they can search the world to find resources for their team, hidden treasure chests, or scout the enemy base.
Gathering resources to help the team out, that's super important. But whenever I get into a PvP match, the first thing I try to do is to track down the Redfall
single player
tiger.
stuff to this too,
It's
or
my
is this
favorite mob
all
to ride
online
because
only?
It's really fast, but it's also really cute.
For players who like building, You can spend your time building defenses and upgrading your base, because soon enough your enemy will attack, and you need to be ready.
So the first thing I do when we start is everyone runs off. I open the map, see where the enemy base is. First thing I build is what we call an upgrade tower, where it allows you to build upgrades. So I place that at the back, away from the enemy. So I really pride myself in making, impenetrable bases.
Since the goal of PvP is to destroy the opposing team's base, defending your own base is really important.
Yeah, I just don't know a lot about Minecraft here, but
towers,
I think
some gates.
it's just not a
After
game
that,
for
you can
me.
just add whatever
I don't
you
have like anything
want, freestyle
against
with
it. It's just not for me. I'm big.
I like to add
I don't like
different
building
layers of
Fortnite, so
walls, my opponents have to find their way through to my base,
I
almost
think
like
this
a
could be a really
maze.
fun game if you got
And
some
then
friends
once
together.
those walls
This
are
definitely
up,
be a
I
great
like
time.
to actually hide my ice traps behind them to catch
I could see
enemies off
myself having a
guard.
great time with this game.
When it comes time to finally take out the other team, my favorite strategy is to make a forward camp just outside the enemy base. Then I get the biggest, strongest mobs I can as fast as I can and start sending them in. Then I can smash down the walls, take out their mobs, and claim victory.
The real fun of PvP is creating a strategy, having a game plan, deciding how you think you're going to crush the enemy, and then all of a sudden the hosts tell you,
the opposing team just built a redstone launcher.
and you're like, I can't do my attack now. I've got to build an anti-siege tower, which is an anti-air tower, to stop the redstone launchers. You just have to be constantly changing your tactics. And sometimes you have no idea what they're doing. And then you certainly find out very quickly.
Resources, or do you want to go? I don't know.
A while back, we had somebody on our dev team use a strategy where they built a bunch of what are called plank golems, which are archers. So they're very weak, but they do a high amount of damage. And he had 40
Well, don't
of
give
them.
away all
He
the
just ran
strats.
through our
Come on
base,
now.
ran around our tower and took out our entire tower with such a simple strategy.
And that's why we still love playing it every day, because every game is different. You never know what's going to happen.
Remember years ago when Xbox bought Minecraft for like $2 billion? It was like early days when we were doing the podcast. And I'm like, that's stupid. Like, who the fuck doesn't already own Minecraft? And it's still consistently one of the top. We just did the overall top 20 best-selling games in the U.S. Just the U.S. Last week on the podcast. And it was like 17th for the year. So it's like... And then they obviously are creating new stuff. So April 18th, okay. So far the rumors seem to be true. This was the rumor I heard. It was April. Didn't say April 18th, but April was the release. So come to Game Pass, all right. You want to turn 10 now? All right. So this is the one thing I have not heard rumors on about dates. I've heard dates about everything else except for the Tango Game Works. Yeah, so I'm curious.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Sasaki, and
There's supposed to be a Bethesda event in March,
Studios.
so for
the team is hard at work bringing you the next
journalists
generation
and stuff.
of Forza
So
Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of the Xbox Series consoles. This is the most technically advanced racing game ever made. Today, I'm joined by some of our amazing team members to show you how we are making it look real, sound real, and feel real.
I'm about to play this. I've
is
not
Forza Motorsport.
gotten to a Forza since I bought my 360 the day Forza Motorsport 2 launched. I got Xbox Live, and I remember just playing this game with friends, 8 people, and it was a fucking blast.
At launch,
I'm pissing everybody off because I kept
Forza
crashing into
features
them.
over 500 cars,
And I've not
select,
gotten the Forza
race,
Motorsport since. I haven't gotten to the last 3 Horizon games for sure, but
800 unique upgrades. This includes over 100
it's not a huge like
new to motorsport
simulator car guy, but I'm excited to play a racing game that's not open world because
Racing
I'm
is
very
vibrant.
burnt out
It's
on
a battle
open world
on the
racing
racetrack.
games.
The advancements in our physics model are greater than Forza Motorsport 5, 6, and 7 combined. This makes our driving experience more fun and rewarding in the way the car accelerates, corners, and brakes. Our materials and shaders are built from the ground up at higher resolutions and optimized for a cutting-edge ray tracing experience. Our paints are sourced using a spectrophotometer to capture multiple data points
Hot.
of light behavior on a surface. This yields a paint model that has a much more realistic light response across color, metal flake, and gloss. Damage and dirt buildup is unique to each car. It's now contextually aware and more localized. We simulate paint thickness, chipping, and directionality. Dirt accumulation is more realistic, gathering more in the low-pressure areas like recesses and alcoves. These innovations tell the story of the work you put into a race and reflects the marks and battle scars of motorsport.
I want to say June.
This is our best-sounding Forza Motorsport ever, and the first to be mixed natively for immersive audio formats like Windows
that's my
Sonic
release
and Dolby
prediction.
Atmos.
June.
To create an immersive soundscape, each audio
I
system
think March
has
is
been
too
rebuilt
close.
from the ground up to deliver a new level
May
of
is supposed to be
sonic
Redfall.
depth and authenticity for our players.
I'm gonna say June for this.
Modifying car parts like your exhaust and turbo change the
I think
car
Starfield
sounds
gets
in
delayed
Forza Motorsport,
to
just
like
it would in the
August.
real world. Every car now has a variety of sound possibilities based on the parts you've installed. Hardware-accelerated convolution reverb accurately reproduces how sounds in Forza interact within an acoustic space.
Like spreading all out,
Dynamically
giving
adapting
us
to its
pretty much like
surroundings
one
and
big game a
creating
month.
realistic and
You know,
detailed
if we get
soundscape.
Elder Scrolls in soon March, Minecraft April, May Redfall,
New
June
features like our regional track
Forza,
master system and improved tire
July,
suspension
August, whatever,
audio bring a
Starfield.
new level of
I don't know if they got anything for the fall. Maybe Hellblade. I
Forza
don't know.
Motorsport like never before. Every tire squeal,
Also,
every
June's
engine,
packed
lap
already.
after lap.
Oh, Minecraft or Zelda comes out in May as well. Nah.
Forza Motorsport launches with 20 environments, built from the ground up for this
Driving style
generation.
breaks too early.
You'll get to race on iconic
I just
fan
realized that's funny.
favorites, as well as 5 all-new to motorsport locations, including our first in South Africa,
Did you do the Drivatar thing too?
We capture
in
our
Horizon?
environments to an incredible
I actually
level
really
of
like that when your friends
When we
rate, like
reference
your
a
friend's
crash,
Drivatar plays you.
comes back with over 3 terabytes of highly detailed photogrammetry and laser scan data. Through the power of the Xbox Series consoles, we're able to use this data to draw up to 10 times more detail than previous generations. You'll see lush trees, dense grass and overgrowth vegetation, animated track life, physically based lighting and volumetric fog effects, and a fully procedural cloud system that
I have a Series S, so I don't know if my console's gonna do
alive,
a lot of this.
sound alive, and feel alive with cutting-edge visuals and
Well, with the
crowds.
maybe via the
System
cloud.
Of tens of thousands of fully animated 3D spectators, so you're always immersed in the pure spectacle of racing. For the first time in Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no 2 laps ever look the same. Meanwhile, dynamic track temperatures, wet driving surfaces, and rubbering
It's like
in
lap 1's gonna be like
ensure that
95
no
and
2
sunny, and then
laps
lap 2 is
ever
gonna be
played the same.
negative 25 and ice.
I love the detail our talented team of artists have built into Kailami.
But will they have the
Fast forward to
Autobahn?
night, and the vista is truly breathtaking. You can see the distant light glows of the city, a beautiful visual touch.
Sexy.
Even the Kailami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see it, thanks to ray traced global illumination, which simulates how hundreds of thousands of light rays accumulate color as they bounce between surfaces. We're rendering all our environments in 4K at 60 FPS with real-time ray tracing on
I need to get a
track
Series
to
X.
create true-to-life reflections on all smooth
Very
mirror
short-sighted to
and
just get the
flat
S
surfaces.
on my end.
With the incredible detail and rendering features of our track environments, Forza Motorsport is truly a generational leap ahead with unmatched visual fidelity and authenticity.
Cool. If you can hear my birds in the background, I apologize.
Forza Motorsport is back, and it's our
midday.
most
This is their
comprehensive
singing
game
time.
ever, with over 500 cars and 20 environments, with more new race cars than ever before. You can experience all of this in our incredible new online racing mode and in our all-new car-building focused single-player career.
All right.
We cannot wait for you to get your hands on this incredible game.
See, that's all I want to know about. Tell me about the single player stuff. I guess that's all they're going to tell me. Okay. What? No date? It's getting delayed next to second half, isn't it? Jesus. All right. Tango, baby. Let's go. Evil Within 3. I know it's not it, but make it happen. The fuck?
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard.
I'm already not liking this.
Check this out. Music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up.
It's a rhythm game. I have no rhythm, so please don't be that.
Let's rock. This is awesome. That's the defect.
What in the hell am I looking at?
The name's Chai, not Defect.
Is this the guy?
Oh, black keys? Well, damn it. Well, I'm in now.
Just so you know, they're insane.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Hi-Fi Rush. Okay.
Rockstar.
Future Rockstar.
Date?
I'm Shinji Mikami, studio head at
I know who you are.
Gameworks. Thank you for
Plays
all
piano.
your
I like the
support
musical
over
talents.
the
though.
years.
And I'm John Johannes, director on Hi-Fi Rush.
Chill out. It'll be fine. Our core.
まあね、このゲームを僕が作ってたら、もう全然違うゲームになったと思う。だけどこういうゲームがね、生まれて本当に良かったね。
So everyone thinks of us as putting out horror games like The Evil Within or spooky games like Ghostwire Tokyo, but this is clearly something totally different. And if this game hasn't already leaked, fingers crossed,
It did.
we hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Let's have some
This is definitely a surprise though.
まあ僕はね、本当に新しいものができて、未だにワクワクしてるよ。
お、でもチームもみんなそう思ってますよ。
Oh.
So we've been waiting for this for a long time. So let's jump in and explain exactly what Hi-Fi Rush is. Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm action game. So it's a bit of a twist on
it is a rhythm
traditional
game.
action game. Here, your moves and attacks help create a living soundtrack. That means all your
Suck at
flashy
these things.
moves, stylish and devastating combos add a layer to the music. The more you flow with the beat, the better you can connect your attacks and abilities. You are in total control during combat, but everything you do syncs up like an awesome music video. That's Hi-Fi Rush.
Damn it.
You play as Chai, a wannabe rock
Can I
star,
turn off the rhythm
victim of
part?
a weird corporate experiment that lets him sense the rhythm
just
of
can't
the
do it.
entire world pulsing to the game's soundtrack.
Like I'm snapping along to the.
As you can see, the beat moves the world around you, and it's the key to combat.
You looking for me?
Your attacks will automatically sync to land on the beat, making Hi-Fi Rush a super easy game to start playing. However, attacking on the beat leads to combos that end with a musical countdown we call a beat hit. Think a big cymbal crash at the end of a drum solo, like this. Landing beat hits unleash a combo finish that adds unique musical flair and high damage attacks.
And the crowd goes wild.
Chai! Chai! Chai!
Oh, anyone see the guy that did this?
How about we see it all in action?
Bring it on.
Do we have more than just this one song?
You're never restrained by the music. You can jump, dodge, parry, and attack whenever you want,
Oh.
using whatever attacks you want.
Cool. Okay.
It's not about mashing buttons. The key here is feeling the beat.
Damn it.
Your progress isn't blocked by missing the beat, but you get rewarded musically and mechanically
Okay.
for staying
I'll at
in
least
rhythm.
check this game out then. I guess come to Game Pass, I'll check it out anyways, but I'm more optimistic than.
When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks, cutscenes, dangerous obstacles, you name it. It all syncs to the music, creating an ongoing jam session of a game. To help out is 808, your robot cat
And Heartbreak?
companion who literally hovers over your shoulder and helps you find that rhythm. But we also have visual guides to help you even more. We want you to be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Rush, whether you're Rhythm Pro or not.
Speak my language.
Cool doing this. Chai also gets by with a little help from his friends. Literally.
That guy just has an iPod in his chest.
Chai will team up with unlikely allies to expand his repertoire of moves both in and out of combat. There's Peppermint breaking barriers and juggling enemies, along with Macaron
This guy
smashing
looks
enemy armor
really
and
cool,
knocking
actually.
back enemies.
I did
Tag
not
teaming
expect
with
this from
Chai's
Tango,
partners and
so.
attacks opens up huge possibilities for dynamic combos and over-the-top action.
That's not bad.
The extra help is handy, because when you're not fighting, you're going to be running around and wreaking havoc all over Vandelay's corporate headquarters, where everything is trying to take you down. You and your partners have a singular goal in mind: taking down the bosses of Vandelay Technologies. Besides wanting to erase Chai for being a defect, it seems they've got something a little bit more sinister on their corporate agenda. You'll fight through each department to take them all on, each level with their own musical spin on the rock genre. And then we have a showdown.
So let's get ready to crumble.
Boss battles are climactic set pieces, varying from straight-up fights and musical minigames to chase sequences. Custom choreographed to licensed music from amazing artists.
Okay. I'm digging the music so
Hi-Fi
far.
Rush is like nothing we've made at Tango before. And we think it's like nothing you've ever played before either. It's a high-energy, feel-good rhythm action experience that's amazingly satisfying to play.
Whew. Pretty rock star move, Chai.
Give me date. No date.
もしね、
Okay.
ハイファイラッシュでお客さんから怖いって言われたら俺もう死んじゃうかも。まあ他にもびっくりさせることあると思うんだけど、例えば猫とか撫でれたりするの。
いや、それは当たり前でしょうね。
Yes.
いや、でももう一つのサプライズはありますよ。
まあこれはジョンのゲームだからジョンからどうぞ。
So, not only were we super psyched for you to play this, we're happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a demo, the full game.
All right.
Seriously.
Fucking let's
It
go.
launches on Xbox and PC a few hours after the show, and yes, it'll be on Game Pass as well.
All right.
We hope you enjoy playing it.
You hear that, Forspoken?
Yeah.
You hear that? You're fucked. You're fucked. Fuck you. I should probably pick that up.
You looking for me?
Get him!
Mind if I join?
Does that mean I have to fight?
I believe it does, sir. How about... This is entertaining. You're going out with the trash.
Here's your Project Armstrong pass. And welcome to Vandelay campus.
Yes!
That was awesome. I was hoping like February. Okay, I definitely know nothing about Elder Scrolls Online. I'm gonna go pick up my copy of Forspoken.
Welcome to Hunt Valley, Maryland, and the headquarters of ZeniMax Online Studios. You just saw a cinematic teaser for The Elder Scrolls Online's next chapter. I'm pleased to reveal ESO Necrom, which will launch in June and is shaping up to be one of the best updates to the game ever. If you watched the teaser closely, you saw that Necrom will include one of the most requested features in ESO, a new playable class called the Arcanist. It's only our third new class since launch, and we know you're going to love it. The Arcanist wields magic influenced by forbidden knowledge and has unique abilities never before seen in this world.
Okay. I think this is like 43 minutes, and we're
area of Tamriel is the heart of every
about
ESO
25
chapter.
minutes in or so.
Necrom will unfold in Eastern Morrowind, not seen in an Elder Scrolls game since 1994, where you will meet new characters and enemies,
30 years
reunite
ago
with some
almost.
old friends, and explore a story based around the return of a well-known Daedric prince you just might remember from the Dragonborn Skyrim DLC. For those of you new to ESO, we release a new expansion called a chapter every year. Chapters are essentially standalone games in ESO that let you adventure in a new region of Tamriel. But you don't have to wait for the Necrom chapter to jump in. We've got so many amazing experiences you can enjoy right now. If you love games like Skyrim and Oblivion, you'll feel right at home amongst the thousands of stories unfolding across every region in ESO. And as anyone who's played a classic Elder Scrolls game knows, it's all about those feelings when you're fully immersed in the world. Remember that feeling when you first encountered a dragon? We've got an entire province that's overrun by dragons. Or questioned if you were capable of taking down a frost troll in Skyrim? Try it for yourself in ESO. What about the moment you visited a city in Morrowind that was built inside the shell of a giant crab? For the Oblivion fans out there, how about another chance at taking on the colossal Daedric prince, Mehrunes Dagon? Just like any single-player Elder Scrolls game, you can have a blast simply by following the main quest line. Or seek out lore and learn more about the world. Become a craftsman. Go fishing. Decorate and furnish your home. Customize your character. Play it like an action RPG. And when you're ready, you can easily engage in one of the best open-world PvP systems. Run dungeons co-op with your friends for great loot. Or just join a guild to chat with others. The possibilities in this virtual world are endless. New players will immediately feel right at home
I had a
because our
coworker,
community
an
is
old
one of the
job,
most, if
that
not
he
the
would
most
obsessively
welcoming
talk
on
about
the
this with
planet.
me because he knew I like video games.
We invite
And this is the only game he
who's
liked.
not yet experienced ESO to give it a try and create your own stories in our shared world.
And he
There's
would
no required
take-
subscription and thousands of hours of content to dig into, solo or with friends.
I mean, he would stop to talk about all year round. He'd tell me all the time, and he would take the week off every time there's a big expansion. This game.
From the moment you enter
So if
the
he's still
world.
playing, I haven't talked to him, haven't seen him in
ESO
years.
is available on
but
PC and Mac,
he's
in
still
addition
playing.
to previous and current gen consoles,
He's
including
probably
a purpose-built
getting ready to plan a
next-gen
vacation.
version for the Xbox Series X and S with high-fidelity graphics and enhanced performance modes. An added bonus for Xbox players, it's on Game Pass. And starting today, for a limited time, we're making all past chapters available to explore for any player, so everyone can test drive all of our adventures, including our take on Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, and much, much more. At ZOS, we have so many passionate and talented developers who continue to add to Elder Scrolls lore by producing handcrafted, epic adventures, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. Believe me, we have tons more to share, and I can't wait for the team to show it all to you. Join us after this show for the 2023 ESO Global Reveal, where we'll go deep into all things
People are like,
Necrom.
why are people taking the set
Thanks.
down while he's...
See you in Tamriel.
What is happening? Oh, they're putting together a June set. Alright. Alright, now let's get to Redfall. Let's freaking go. I'm glad they're, I'm happy for Redfall finally getting its chance to stand alone, because it's always been kind of overshadowed by Starfield.
Nobody
So.
ever believes things can get this bad until it happens. Then, it's too late. But There are people who can fight back.
Stick together!
Eyes up!
Welcome to Redfall, Massachusetts, where the calm seas and sunny skies have been eclipsed by a legion of vampires. Redfall is a story-driven shooter at its heart, which can be played single-player or co-op with up to 4 players. Choose your hero, each with their own unique abilities, and form the perfect vampire-slaying squad to take back Redfall's haunted streets.
At Arcane, we make games where the world itself is as important as the characters. With Redfall, we take an exciting step forward, building a lovingly detailed open world to deliver our largest setting ever. Every inch of our open world is carefully handcrafted and packed with environmental storytelling. Explore the streets of a quaint island town, from the once bustling downtown to the haunted forest, to the decimated seaside boardwalk and gorgeously detailed landmarks. But it's not all danger all the time. There are safe places on the island where you can rest up, chat with survivors, and resupply. Here we're at the fire station, one of your home bases. This is one place you'll receive missions from survivors.
There's something I need you to do.
This can be like a games of service thing.
It's been used for over a century to keep boats away from the coastline. If we turn it back on, it's a warning to anyone trying to come to Redfall right now. Easy, right? Well, the lighthouse keeper's a real asshole. Joined up with those cultists and took the damn lamp with him.
The wall bird.
Yeah, I'm all in for this being like an open world game. It turned out to be like some like Destiny style thing.
The Shroud.
That's gonna really bum me out.
Darkness, disorienting their prey. They hurl lethal projectiles and can even shift through the floor to avoid damage.
Always a sucker for the double barrel shotgun. It's that doom in me. Got me, goddammit. I love the design of them though.
Bugging out.
The lighthouse is back up, but there's more waiting for you. Taking down vampires angers the vampire gods, who will summon the Rook to take you down.
I don't know why vampire gods is funny to me, but it is. Yeah.
Let's transition to what you'll find outside of the main story missions. There's so much waiting for you. Redfall is filled with encounters that can pop up anywhere, like this brewery that's fallen under cultist control.
A horse.
Save the locals from being offered to the vampires. Like our past games, you can approach a mission in many different ways.
Okay. I'm liking the Dishonored prey stuff
Always
going on
be
here.
ready to improvise. Remy uses her combat robot Bribon to help distract and eliminate the cultists.
We got him, Bribon.
That looks flammable. Dang. It's like hit the clown almost. The balloon.
Everyone's safe. Let's move on. Exploring Redfall will take you beyond the bounds of reality as you investigate otherworldly psychic spaces to unravel the vampire's secrets. Take this vampire nest. These deadly layers change each time you step inside.
Are these like
sends out
raids?
his raven to tag the enemies below. Dev follows up with his teleporter, instantly closing the gap.
Is that like a vampire's fang on the end? Like to stab him with? I'm liking the guns.
To destroy a nest, you have to take out its heart, and all of the vampires willing to die to protect it.
Horrible way to die.
Stirring. You're alive.
I woke them up. Just one bite. What just happened?
Now escape the nest before it comes crashing down.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely a game service. Or like, I don't know, maybe it's not, I don't know. Far Cry is kind of like this too.
Nests
So.
aren't the only psychic spaces. You'll find dangerous pockets all over the island. It's all vampire turf, so
Keys?
tread carefully.
I got you.
Redfall won't truly be safe until the vampires are wiped.
Vampire song, Living Dead
Outside
Girl.
the main story, another one of your missions is to take back Redfall neighborhood by neighborhood. Find safe houses hidden all over the island, and then work your way up to the vampire controlling the neighborhood. To reclaim this neighborhood, you'll have to defeat a powerful vampire.
I like the
called
music.
The Siphon.
Bumping.
Whether you dive in solo or with friends, each hero can take on any situation. Each brings powerful, unique abilities to the fight, and the upgrades you choose change how they play. Here, Layla's lift ability can be upgraded to launch teammates for airborne attacks. Upgrade Layla's umbrella ability with bullet hail to absorb enemy bullets and release the energy back at them.
I wonder if they're going to mention, because they said they wouldn't confirm when you do co-op if what you do in your game carries over. If like you play with a friend, you play on a friend's account, or you're playing with a friend, you're playing in his game, what you do in that game doesn't carry over to your game. Like your progression, like experience points carry over, but like mission shit like that
Let's hit on the arsenal.
doesn't
There's
carry
a wide
over.
range of
So
weaponry, from military gear to new
want to hear more
vampire
about that.
slaying inventions, from shotguns to sniper rifles.
Yeah, it was like a vampire thing, or it was like a claw.
And of course, there's also vampire stakes.
Yeah,
Find these in the
there's a
world to
guitar
customize your weapons. When you reclaim significant sections of Redfall, the last step is to face the underboss who controls, or used to control, that neighborhood. Underbosses are powerful elites of the vampire gods, with their own unique abilities, like this one's shield. When you prove yourself against the underboss, you'll receive a key of sorts. A skull that gets you one step closer to facing the ultimate threat, the vampire gods.
Okay. Huge bitch.
Thank you for visiting Redfall.
And thank you for all the support you've shown Arcane throughout the years.
We sometimes joke that our games can be tough to define. The one thing that's consistent?
We make the kinds of games we love to play.
And that's how Redfall was born. We blended everything we love here at Arcane Austin.
Immersive open worlds, unique and customizable heroes, RPG and FPS gameplay.
and of course our signature storytelling and rich world building.
Along with our spin on one of the most classic monsters of all time, vampires.
It's been amazing to
Does
see
that guy
how
dye his
all
hair?
of
He's
us
got
have
like a
pulled
fully
together to
gray
deliver
beard and
our vision for
jet
something
black
new.
hair.
Redfall is the biggest, most ambitious game we have ever made.
Our teams dove head first into this new opportunity, and we can't wait for you to experience Redfall for yourself.
Thankfully, you won't have to wait
I just
too
can't.
much longer.
I can't. I haven't heard anything he said to me.
Redfall's coming on May 2nd.
Okay, that was the
Thank you
that was
again
the
for
leak.
joining
So
us. And we'll see you soon in Redfall.
Here we go.
here we go. Fight back. All right. Is that it? I feel like that's probably it. Sizzle roll. Yep. Okay. Well then.
There we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello. It's so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever.
Yeah, that was alright.
I enjoy this. I like these.
Thanks, and see you in Tamriel.
All right, let's do this.
What if we get a date for the Bethesda event or the Starfield thing? No, I thought maybe they would do it before they left. Okay. Well then, that was the first ever Xbox developer _direct. Yeah, what we got? 5 games here. You got one secret thing that did leak a couple days ago, and Hi-Fi Rush. But I thought it was pretty good. You know, about 43 minutes, I think is what they said, and about what it came out to be. You know, the big thing I thought going into this was they needed dates. We needed some hard dates on this stuff finally, because we've just been, waiting, stuff getting delayed, stuff getting pushed, which obviously, delays happen. But I think at a certain point, that begins to wear thin for people, and I think it definitely did for a lot of people here. I'm just gonna try to scroll back. What did we start with? We start with Minecraft. We'll just skip over to, let's go back to Hi-Fi Rush. I want to watch someone check out that again. Oh, damn it, no. Yeah, that. Not you. You. Oh my God, why would we do this? There we go. Fuck it, let's leave it there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the thing I was really wanting was like dates, and I think that's what people were wanting. And at this point, I mean, especially when you're doing an event, it's like you got, it's like we've been waiting forever and ever, and you just, after, I think people were a little frustrated after the Game Awards, and you just had nothing after, PlayStation announced multiple things, Nintendo was there, and we just seen all these big things announced, and it was just like, Phil Spencer was there, and that was also the day that like, all the shit went down with the fucking, what's it called, Activision, Blizzard, and all that. That was a big day. Kind of went all that shit down with, lawsuits and shit like that. It was kind of a bad look, I think, for Xbox. And then, Aaron Greenberg came out and said, hey, we're going to talk about it soon. Here we are. And it's just like, yeah, if you don't have the goods, like if you do this and you don't start giving us dates, give me some more details. I mean, like, hey, I'm glad you're showing us more stuff, but it's like, it's all you've been doing for it feels like basically a decade or more now. Like, don't get me wrong, they've put games out and it's getting better, but it's been kind of a lackluster decade, I would say, from Xbox and first party stuff. The fact we got, they showed 5 games when they only told us 4. 4 of them got dates. Yeah, it sucks. Like Forza's probably the biggest one, because it's just it's an ongoing IP that's been out for over 20 years now, or I don't know, maybe over, but about 20 years now, give or take. And Redfall, I think, could potentially be bigger than Forza, but I mean, Forza has a very dedicated audience. This was even coming to Game Pass. It's still one of the best-selling games of the year. But yeah, finally getting dates is great. Getting some gameplay. I like the way this was shot, where it's talking to the devs and then talking about things they're excited about and kind of going a little more deep dive into. But it wasn't just like the awkward interview thing. That's what I was concerned about. Was like, here's the host. We're going to talk down. Here's these canned questions that we have, and then here's these canned responses they're going to have to us. And yeah, these are obviously scripted, but it was like, it's kind of cool to see them, and it was a little more. It at least looked and felt a little more laid back. It wasn't just sitting on a couch on a stage, just in heavily edited kind of shit. Like I don't know. I enjoyed the way this kind of flew by. Even though I've never played a second of Minecraft. I don't know really much about Minecraft. I've never played a second of Elder Scrolls Online, but like it wasn't super long. I think the most they probably spent on something was maybe 10 minutes. So you never super long enough where you got bored. But yeah, I think Forza looks great, and like I said, I'm excited to, I'm definitely not like a simulator racing game guy, but like I'm just excited to play a racing game that's not, like I said, not open world, and I'm fun. Like I'm hyped to check it out. Hi-Fi Rush. That game looks incredible. I love Tango Gameworks to talk about with Evil Within 1 and 2, and I was very lukewarm on Ghostwire Tokyo. But that looks incredible, and the fact they were talking about like it's a rhythm game, but you don't have to play to the rhythm. You just obviously things will be better. You can do more, and it'll be easier if you do that. But like I love the fact that it's not going to be heavily basic, because I love those ideas of games. I just can't play them. I'm just bad at them. I have zero rhythm. I am Steve Martin from the movie Jerk. That's a 35-year-old reference. But hopefully somebody got that. But yeah, I thought that looks absolutely incredible. I'm excited to check that out. And then finally starting to see some Redfall there and see some more gameplay. Like my one question though is like they're kind of mentioned as more like a Far Cry thing, which I'd be down for that, like a open world vampire game. Like hopefully it's not too crazy in the map sense, but a 4-player thing. But like there's some stuff there. I'm like, is this more like games as a service thing, kind of like more of a Destiny style Division type of thing? Gables and I, we just did a podcast last week where we basically spent the majority of the podcast talking about 343 and how like kind of Halo Infinite kind of failed, how Marvel's, and then we talked about the death of Marvel's Avengers, and then we just talked about the leak screenshot from Suicide Squad where it's obviously a games as a service game. It's like, man, it's like we just had basically Marvel's Avengers is dead or will be dead soon. 343 with Halo Infinite was just kind of, it's a great game, but like it's not doing great, and it looks like they might have lost Halo. And Suicide Squad kind of looks dead on arrival. So, if this comes out and like, yeah, maybe they can wow us, and maybe they got content. I mean, the big issue with all those is just not having content out the gate, or the first two. No, we don't know about Suicide Squad, obviously, but maybe that has content. It's gonna be fine. Maybe this with this like this is nearly a year delay because it's supposed to come out last summer. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe it's not even a games as a service game. Maybe I'm just kind of reading into things too much. But you see the chests with the different colors, with all the different colored gear and the loot, and then they're talking about the Hive, and that sounds kind of like a raid. Is that like their version of the raids? And obviously I think Far Cry has kind of stuff like that as well, but I don't know. Like they were talking about like the little hub area look like you go to the firehouse. Like what is that about? But I mean I think the game looks like really, really good, and I'm really pumped to play it. Obviously coming to Game Pass, I'm definitely gonna check it out. But I think I think that's one question I have. Like I feel like there's a lot more to show from that game that maybe they're not showing us, and maybe that's just like that jaded gamer, I guess. I don't know. Like you just like kind of always trying to prepare yourself for the worst. Maybe is kind of how that is. I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe that's the proper jaded gamer's not the proper term, but it's kind of what came to my mind. But I don't know. I mean, I think at the very least, like the Tango GameWorks looks incredible. And I at least want to. Redfall looks like it could be really, really, really good. And I just want to see more of it. And like I can't wait to. Hi-Fi Rush is out later today. Only Dead Space wasn't coming this weekend, and I didn't have the Game of the Year Forspoken sitting over here next to me. I'd definitely be playing that probably this weekend, maybe tonight a little bit. But yeah, I thought this was a really good first step from them. Obviously we still have a Starfield event that's supposed to come on eventually, but they at least we got 4. They just announced 4 bigger it's either expansions or new games coming in the next few months. We got one and we got this game today. Hi-Fi Rush. We got March is we didn't have anything in March, did we? No, April we had I lost it all. April is Minecraft, May is Redfall, June is Elder Scrolls. So we got 4 games here in the first 6 months for coming from them, and then we still have Starfield in there, and then there's also Forza doesn't have a date yet. So I'm curious how that's gonna go. I'm kind of what the fuck's going on with Forza? Like, I mean, obviously, like they last year at E3 they said all this stuff is coming in the next 12 months, but yeah, like we're kind of running out of time here. It's late January and you've already filled in a few gaps here. So is that getting delayed? Is Starfield getting delayed? I don't know. I mean, obviously these are questions for another day and this stuff we could talk about later. But I think as in a vacuum here with this event, I thought it was really good. I really liked it. And I mentioned this a couple weeks ago when they first initially announced this, it was like, if they do more of these throughout the year, if we get like maybe not every quarter, but like maybe we get 2 a year instead of just having the E3 and then we have like a Gamescom thing that's more like in-depth. That's the sitting on the couch going in-depth talking about, it's a 15-minute canned interview stuff. Like maybe if we get a couple of these a year, like I'm actually all for this stuff. Like I like this. It's different than what, it's different from typically what we get usually like, like Nintendo Direct, and we see these state of plays, stuff like that. We see other like Square Enix, stuff like that. We see all these other studios do it, and Ubisoft, EA, a lot of times they kind of all formulaic. EA does more like the host thing, but just kind of like a host getting into the next thing on the next thing. But like this is like a different style, and I like this with with them talking to the developers, having them talk to us directly. I think that's pretty exciting, and it's not like these weird awkward interviews. Like even though you have this, like we have these two talking to each other, but it at least felt fun and natural. Obviously, yeah, it's canned and they're reading off of teleprompter, but I thought it at least was fun, and I didn't think about that. It didn't feel cringe. It didn't feel kind of awkward, and I was never really bored out of this. Even like I said, 2 of these 5 things I don't really care anything about. But yeah, I'm excited for the future, and I hope this isn't just like a one-off thing, or I hope maybe we get 2 of these a year. If we get one in the beginning of the year, and then maybe we get one in September or something, or August, or I don't know when, to like push stuff and like keep reminding. Because that's a big thing I always talk about with like we get that big E3 event and they show off a lot of cool games coming to Game Pass, like a lot of smaller games, like indie games, stuff like that coming. These like AA games, and they show them all off at E3, and then we don't hear. They'll do like little trailers and blog posts and talk about it on Twitter, but like a lot of gamers, they don't see that. But this stuff will generate more headlines. This stuff will get more eyeballs, more people talking about it. So if they can do this and kind of keep some of those games, like a replaced, like a Hollow Knight. I mean, Hollow Knight doesn't need it, but like they can keep kind of like reminding us these games are coming. I love that. And like also cool shit like this, like Hi-Fi Rush, like when we talk about like Game Pass being the best deal in gaming, like the game like this probably doesn't exist if it wasn't for Game Pass, kind of like Pentiment, like they talked about, like I can't remember the name of the director, but who made New Vegas, the director of New Vegas, he talked about like, if it wasn't for Game Pass and then being bought by Microsoft, like with Bethesda, like that game wouldn't exist. And that was kind of a passion project for him. So I wonder if like a game like Hi-Fi Rush would exist without Game Pass. And I'm happy, it makes it even better. Like obviously it's a great service, but also if we get cool games like this, and this can kind of fill in these smaller games from these bigger studios that kind of fill in those gaps and kind of get more stuff and create new IPs and build upon those things, even better. So yeah, I really like this. And I hope we get more. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked all this, please like, comment, subscribe. Look down the show notes below. There'll be descriptions or links to all of our socials and like YouTube, Spotify, stuff like that. So please like, follow, subscribe, share us on there, 5-star reviews, comments, stuff like that. We really appreciate it. Tell your friends. And Gables and I will be back on Saturday night to do our normal podcast, and we'll be definitely talking about this. And I'm excited to hear what Gables had to say about this, because yeah, I'm pretty high on this, and I hope Gables is too. But